Welcome to episode 30 of We Have Issues. I'm Stevie Wildcard.
And I'm Anthony.
And every week, Anthony and I get together to soccer kick, do something, some awesome karate attack move, our week's issues. Currently, we're working on a graphic novel time traveling.
Steve, can you imagine if this is someone's first ever episode? Like if you're just now joining us, what Steven did was perfect. That's what we do every week. It's exactly like that. That just defines us as a podcast. So hit subscribe right now to get more of that beautiful content in the future. So every week, Steve and I get together to do what Steven said. And recently, we're making a semi-autobiographical time travel graphic novel musical. It's on Kickstarter. And Steven, just today, we crossed over 500% funded on our Kickstarter.
It's friggin' insane. It's like our first project. And now we're actually getting like a meaty amount of backers. It's just feeling good. It's like
it feels amazing. Like I had moments at work. Like I was at work and I got a message from Paige saying, you did, like, congrats. You know, and I was just, at first I was a little confused because I was like, there's no way we reach $5,000 that fast. We have 6 days to go at this point. When we're filming this, we have 6 days to go. If you're listening to this, the Kickstarter should still have 2-ish days left. So you still have time to go and get your books. However, anyway, so she messaged me, I got this. I immediately ran to it and I noticed that we did it. We crossed the threshold. All of our backers are going to get a digital copy of my unreleased solo comic, Bullet and the Beast, which is
really cool.
Yeah, dude. Like I didn't expect to release that to anyone, so it's a really special thing for me, and I'm really excited that people wanted it enough to get us to 5,000. That was really cool. So all of the backers are going to get a copy of that, and they're the only ones. It's Kickstarter exclusive until I finally release it, which is going to be a while. So it's pretty neat. Dude, but I was at work when I heard this news, and I just I wasn't a time thief, but I didn't do my job. I'm not admitting to not doing my job. I'm just saying that there's a chance I didn't do it as well as I maybe could have done it. Is all.
I'm going to take a page out of ChicagoTonyV's book and say allegedly.
Allegedly. For entertainment purposes, I did not do my job as well as I could have tonight because I was overwhelmed. I was so, I can't tell you. I had that moment of clarity where I was just like, we had already done it. We've already met our goal. I knew we were going to make the comic. I knew we were going to do this stuff, but there was just something about getting that extra, that 5,000 where I was just like, people actually like us. People actually like what we're doing, and the thing that we're doing is so connected to who we are as people. I mean, the story is obviously really personal, but just the manner in which we've been doing this, through the podcast and talking to people and meeting people on Twitter is just, it's so personal and about who we are that I just that finally clicked in me where I was like, oh God, people like me a little, or I was like, huh. And I just and it kind of brought and I've always been the kind of person to not really let people define what cool is for me. I don't really care. I've never wanted to be other people. It's always I was born in the dork, I don't freaking care. I don't.
No, we've always been very unapologetic about who we are. I mean, in the best way. I mean, not we're abrasive or aggressive, but yeah, no, I've always been very sure of who I am. You know what I'm saying? In regards to what I like, what do I enjoy, and things like that. And it's just,
yeah. So
it's celebrated basically for it.
Exactly. So it's starting that. And I think that's the thing where I was the idea, the thing that we're working on is part of my life, and people are enjoying it and celebrating it and there for us and being supportive of this thing in a way that I couldn't have imagined. And it's just been such a crazy eye-opening experience. And I'm so thankful for all these people, and it's just it's funny how I've gone through the whole hero's journey of being unsure and not, I wasn't certain if anyone was going to show up for us, if there was a Calvary at all. And then it was finding out who was actually there for us was really interesting, through this. It's been a very eye-opening journey, you know, because it's, you know, there are people where you imagine that they would show up for these sort of things and want to support, and they vote, you know, they'll like verbalize or vocalize their support in various moments throughout your life, but then when there's actually a time, like a call to action to say, like, we kind of need you, you know, like
the British are coming.
Yeah, like
get your muskets.
Get your muskets.
It's we need time.
So, and it's you know, but when that happens, you look over your shoulder and you see the people who are like following you on your Forrest Gump track, you know, and like I don't know. I'm amazed to see how many people are behind us, but mostly I'm amazed by who they are and the fact that like they really seem to care, and I don't know. I'm really thankful. I'm going on for too long about this, but
the many friendships we formed through this podcast, and it's just awesome. I really do enjoy everyone that we've become basically friends with through Twitter. It's mostly Twitter. It's mostly Twitter. I'm not gonna lie.
So, how did you do this week?
I failed, but I didn't because I think I drew the best page I've ever drawn. So...
Yeah, I agree. I was gonna say, like, I knew you were gonna say you failed because you wanted you want the 2 pages, but show us what you got.
Boom! I mean, it's honestly if you just zoom in on especially the early 2 like characters rolling down the tube, there's some serious detail in there. I just really got it. I like OCD hyper focused on that portion of the page and was just drawing. But yeah, man, it all came out really good. I mean, pretty much every square inch of that page has pencil on it. So
yeah, so if you're only listening to the podcast and not watching on YouTube, basically throughout the comic there's this representation of the character being thrust through time, and it's kind of like almost like a water slide of time, you know, like being sent through the various songs. And the character's always sort of like tumbling through that, like a child being pushed into a water slide and like a theme park. So, and Steven's captured it so perfectly, and you can see the pages on our twitter.com/wehaveissuespod. We should probably post them on Instagram and such too, but you can always check it on YouTube because I love those pages, dude. Like that page that you showed me today that we just showed everyone is just. I think you're right. Like that is one of the most beautiful pages you've ever done. It's so
I'm some of my favorite pages I've ever done. Definitely, honestly, I go back and look at Scavengers, and some of the fight scenes in that short 6 or 7 page thing we did were really good. And then the other section I always think of is the section where Frequency is exploding corpses and using his knife as a conductor's. Is it a wand?
Like a baton?
Yeah. I always thought those were, but this one's, I mean, the pencils are just really tight on it and everything. I'm just really proud of it. And it's just getting better. It's just basically, this comic's going to be so great because it's going to be great on its own, but it's also just going to completely prep me for Deathless.
I can't.
I've been watching Gargoyles on Disney Plus just to get that energy, that mojo, that old school, ancient beings mojo.
Awesome.
And,
Yeah. Oh my God. I am so pumped up for Deathless. I'm okay. Well, this week, what I did, so before because I'm trying to. I want to get through this book so bad because I'm excited to get to Deathless, but I'm also mostly just excited to finish this book because it's looking so great. What I've done this week is I got the program, and I started writing the second song, which melody wise and is going really well, and music wise is starting to go really well. I have a nice piano part for the beginning. I have the first. I basically have the first verse down, and I like it, but I kind of got stuck because I was I want to make sure that the female vocalist will be able to sing the way that I want to be able to write it to her strengths as best I can. So Zoe, who's going to be doing the vocals for us, I sent her a short version of just the 2 verses that I have, and she sent back herself singing it, and it sounded amazing, and it's
awesome.
Dude, it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. I'm really excited. So I'm I wrote a beginning piano part. I'm really getting into it now, and now I kind of have a good feel for how she can sing it. So I'm this next week I'm gonna just finish that song for sure. But yeah, so that's what I've done. I have a solid foundation for it so far, but I didn't finish it this week. So I guess technically I failed.
We both technically failed, but did we? Is the question.
Yeah, that's true. We both technically failed, but also created like beautiful things. So it's like, yeah, we're getting to the point where we are kind of overshooting what we're doing. You know, especially given our situations. That's why we're doing this podcast, because you know, there are going to be issues, and this is, you know, I also, dude, have been so distracted by the Kickstarter itself. And there are only so many days left of that I'm like, it's just in here. Like, I'm constantly wanting to check it, constantly wanting to see what's going on. I don't know. So yeah, I haven't had any kind of focus, like any kind of time to focus on other human things. So it's just been like parenting, Kickstarter, as much of the song as I can do, you know, and then like dealing with all of that like residual weirdness from like relationship loneliness and stuff. You know, I don't know, Steven. I don't know what to do about all that. I don't have to do in my life.
We never do. This is literally like we need to start clipping things that we talk about throughout the entire show and just like make like mini-sodes of you like saying like, I'm good, I'm not, I'm good, I'm not, when it comes to relationships.
It's true. Well, I think the problem is like I'm always fine. I think that's the thing, is like, and that's where I keep coming back to, is like, I keep coming back to, I know that perfection is the enemy of the good, you know, like, I know, like, if I'm looking for something to be perfect, it'll just never happen. It'll never be the thing. But I know that's not right. But I also know that I want it to be right. I want it to be good. And I want it to be at least easy at first. If that sounds fair, I mean, maybe that's not fair. I don't know, you know, but that's what I want. And that's what, you know, that I don't know what else I can do but trust my instincts and go with them, you know. So I guess right now what I'm trying to say is I'm never gonna date again. I'm gonna be alone forever. I'm just, no. It is weird. Like it's
that's what the colony's for. We're gonna have the farmhouse and everything. You're gonna be fine with just our friendship.
That's true, Stephen. This is about. You know, I've been going about this all wrong. I blame myself. Steven, we're making a cult here, Steven. That's what this is. I like, here I am trying to have a relationship with one person and like give them all of like, just like share love and be loved with people in a like, but the thing is, Steven, I need a colony of people to share my love with. There's just so much love to go around, and it's not physical love. I'm not being weird here. I'm saying that like all the gratitude that I feel for all these people who are sharing with Kickstarter, I'm just saying they're part of our cult now. And that's what they signed up for. That's what this has all been about the whole time. The ostriches are just the symbol of our love, because we fly and we don't fly, we run real fast toward love.
And we run really fast. We can turn this turn whenever we want.
We have kickboxer legs and kickboxer hearts. That's what this is. We are unbreakable.
We have to call one of them Jean-Claude then, huh?
Oh, we have to, right? Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, they are kickboxers. I feel like that of course I'm going to never date again, and I'll never be happy or in love with anyone, and no one will ever love me in a romantic way, but what I will have, Steven, is a colony. I will have a bunch of people, and we all worship ostriches. I mean, you don't have to worship ostriches, that's just optional. No, I don't know. I do, like, it would be amazing to have a colony of people who are just doing, like, great things. But I guess that's what a commune is, and that's what a cult usually starts at.
Well, I mean, but we're operating under the assumption that we aren't going to become absolute horrible.
Time out, Steven. Now I'm going to say I've done all the research here. I've done all the I'm like, allegedly, for entertainment purposes. No, but okay. I'm just saying, never in history has there been a cult where it's been like, okay, you always have a cult where it's one guy in the center. He's super egotistical. He basically thinks that he's a messiah. He's the savior. He's the one who knows all this stuff, right? And people for the most part just they like the charisma. They like, you know, what he has going on. They send something, and of course these guys can spit some truth, because how hard is it to say like live, laugh, love to people and have them like have the right people be like, I do want to live and laugh and love. And like, yeah, if you say a bunch of generalities and people are like, I want to live as love, yeah, that makes sense to me. And it's like they come closer and it's like, do what you know. So you tell them these simple things. But Steven, these guys are always out, they have these ulterior motives. And you want to know why that is, Steven? They don't have another cult member of equal power to keep them in line, to check each other out.
He just immediately cuts in 20 years in the future. We're just like, sometimes you got to make the hard choices. We're just like,
so think about the ostriches, Steven. Think about the ostriches. No, Steven. But what I'm talking about, Steven, what I'm talking about here, 2 cult leaders, Steven. 2 dragons.
You following what I'm following?
Are you catching what I'm throwing?
I'm just. It's gonna cut to like a very Will Ferrell, John C. Riley-esque relationship, and I'm gonna be like, it says, Anthony, sometimes I would like to be the cult leader. And you're like, well, then how am I gonna be the cult leader?
How am I gonna be the cult leader? Steven? It just doesn't make any sense. You can't have 2 cult leaders. It's a leader and a follower. It's leader, not leaders, Steven.
Ain't nothing wrong with silver.
All I'm saying is you can only have one face on money. I mean, I guess you could have 2, but there's not a lot of room, and I need my head to be this big on each coin, Steven. It's either me or an ostrich, or if it's gonna be 2 heads, it's gonna be me and an ostrich, Steven. which like we've been. I mean, I've been trying to convince you to make my head one of the ostrich heads. I
think you deserve better than being the bird I stamp my boot in.
But I feel like that's my place in life. Like that's my lot in life. That's just who I am, Steven. It's okay. I'm boot ostrich.
I put my oversized polished toed foot on you, and that's what I do.
I mean, if that's not on our money, I think our cult is just doomed. So, like, we need those toes. I don't know. Anyway, how else have you been? Since I'm just gonna drag everyone down with the fact I'm not unhappy. I'm just never gonna date again or be happy. That's fine.
I've been great. I saw you Thursday, so it's only been about 2 days since I've seen you. But Brandon came over yesterday. He got to see Samuel because Brandon basically was with Samuel almost every day when he was a puppy because he lives at my mom's house. So he got to see Samuel, and Samuel, he did the whole like ears fully tucked back, like vibrating body, like so excited to see Dad again, basically. But yeah, then he spent time with the girl.
I'm Dad now.
Hung out. Sammy. Ain't your papa. Did you watch the Suicide Squad 2 trailer yet?
No.
You're not going to do it, right?
I don't think I'm going to watch it. I'm not going to watch it.
It's for me, it's very Guardians of the Galaxy rated R, dude. I think it's going to be a really awesome movie. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah. I haven't watched that trailer yet. I just kind of trust
King Shark. Dude, the things they do with King Shark is like, wow, that's friggin' awesome that they're freaking just doing the crazy violent things. Like,
oh, it's gonna be so good, dude. It's Sly Stallone, right? Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's almost like a basically like a rebranding or a recanning of like Groot. Basically, like he's simple, says very little. Yeah, he's got like that kind of vibe going for him. Flula's in it. You ever hear of Flula? He's like this German guy.
I love Flula Borg.
Dude, he's so great. He's gonna be, I think, the Boomerang guy or something like that. I think, or maybe
Captain Boomerang. He was in the wow.
No, he's not Captain Boomerang. He's the other one. He has like a stick or something. I can't remember who he is. But Flula seems like he's a really funny dude. So yeah, I'm excited to see that. Pete Davidson's in it.
Oh, cool.
So that's cool too.
Yeah, it's cool that like you can fit Bernie Sanders in that little body and like that he just like acts young. He's like, oh, this is what I sound like. I'm asking you for money now. Oh, now I'm in the Suicide Squad. Okay, this is what we sound like all the time. I dated that one famous girl that Anthony doesn't know anything about, so he can't improvise about it. What? I don't know. I feel like their voices are so similar that it's just like, oh, I'm the same. I'm once again asking you to let me on Saturday Night Live. No, but that's cool.
Grande, that's your...
Is that who it was? Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't. I mean, it's fine. Like, I'm okay being an old person who doesn't know young people. Like, it's like I've never had my finger on the pulse of like like young like pop music and stuff. Like,
Gen Z is my direct link to it. So
yeah,
I have her. You know,
and it's like the closest I ever got to like really getting into like popular pop music, like like radio, like top pop. That's our new podcast. Welcome to Top Pop with A-Town and the Steve
and the Wildcard.
Of course, the same. So, but the closest I ever got to really getting into like Top Pop was like Punk Goes, like the Punk Goes series. Like every time they made a Punk Goes Pop, Punk Goes, like acoustic. Or
you had to do your research to know what you were appreciating, basically.
Yeah. So it was just like when they did Punk Goes Pop, like I was just like, I like all these songs. I like all the covers. So then like I knew all of the originals through those.
Best of all time from that series has got to be Use Your Love.
Oh,
that was one of the good ones.
Good, yes.
And then, dude, Static Lullaby's version of Toxic is one of my favorites.
Is it?
Sure. Yeah, with
I have to listen to that one again. I remember that one. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I never kept up with it, so I don't really know. But I do know that Pete Davidson dated someone, and she said stuff about him, and he talked about it on his stand up. That's all I know.
Yep, and then basically everyone like praised her and everything during the breakup and said that he had butthole eyes or something like that. It's pretty funny. He's like, I got butthole eyes. Like, this is what they're talking about me. It's pretty good.
That has to be so like, I mean, obviously I've talked a bunch about like dating and breakups and like, you like even you make fun of my like, I'm happy. I'm not happy. And like, it's just like, I'm trying. I don't know. So like, it is weird. Like it's weird to joke about. And like, I never want to be like insensitive. It is weird. It's all very funny. I can't imagine like their level of it though. Like just us. Someone recently said on Twitter that she was like, I feel like I know everything about your life. I was like, I kind of
a good portion.
A good portion. Like I slice that pie and like save pieces for us. Because I mean it's just there's some things that are like not digestible or like not easily consumed by by everyone, or like it's just, there's no reason to go to certain places. You don't want to know about my I'm not gonna
his collection of insert offensive thing here.
Oh geez, Steven. I was going more for like sad child stuff, but like
you want to see how paranoid delusional I can get? It's my favorite one.
Oh man, that was a good one. That's one of the best non-violent ones. So it's like,
yeah, my papa was aggressive too. No.
So, all right, how do we get back from the cut that wherever I'm going to cut?
Pete Davidson butthole eyes, maybe? Is
that
a safe jump?
Is
that a quantum leap we can do?
So speaking of butthole eyes, what else did you do this week?
Nothing.
I'm not saying you have butthole eyes, Steven. I didn't have a segue from the stuff we had to cut out, so I just chose it. I just went with it. I just stuck it out. Dude, I can't believe we've done 30 episodes of this. It's kind
30.
of... Yeah.
Are we still going to do our Lost Boys 20 episodes?
Wow, yeah, in episode 50.
We're actually approaching that faster than we thought.
We are. We're almost. Yeah, we're getting there. So episode 50. Let's talk about it. We did this Kickstarter thing. We can't talk about it anymore. So let's talk about episode 50 real quick. Like we're in episode 30. So let's just like future Anthony and Steven. Let's throw some junk at them that they have to do because we say it. But that's not our problem. All right. So like what I'm saying, Steven, is we're gonna go full. We're gonna dress up, right? Like we're gonna dress up, and we're gonna be together.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna be Kiefer. I'm gonna get.
You're going Kiefer? Should I go?
Get my hair back.
Should I go Frog Brother or should I go Michael?
I feel like if I go Kiefer for sure, we can. I think we either go Kiefer, Michael,
okay,
or we go Frog Brothers. I think those are
like choices. Both Frog Brothers.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, like either one would be cool. Oh,
I think I could probably. Oh, that's a good vote.
But that people,
you would be the other one, right?
For sure.
I could probably be the Feldman. I think. I don't know if I can do his voice all day though. That's what
I'll do the voice. What do we charge him? But dude,
we're basically the Frog Brothers, except I look like Corey Feldman and he talks like Corey Feldman. It's like we got body switched.
Yeah, I'm the one that no one knows the name of. It was his first movie, but he seems like a cool guy.
He does seem like a cool guy.
Yeah, he was in the sequels. But okay, so episode 50, we're going to wear costumes, so we're going to leave it up to the audience. That's you. If you're listening or watching this right now, we're gonna post a poll at some point very soon on Facebook and Twitter, and it's going to be what we should wear for the 50th episode. I know that people are going to want us to both be like oily sax people, Steven. That's just what it is. They want us both. I know. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, I know that when we just said that and we left that guy out of the equation, everyone was rioting. They turned in their car, they freaked out, they like ran into things, they punched their kids, they did things they shouldn't do, Steven, because we should probably be the oiled up sex guys.
It'll literally be that SNL skit of Chris Farley and Patrick Swayze from the Chippendales Dancers.
You know what? Speaking of which, I don't want to get off the episode 50 because I like talking about this, but I have started working out, Steven. I started working out this week again, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm using some of my extra time to like actually exercise, and like I want to feel better. I want to look better. It's gonna happen. So
it's awesome. I just gotta eat better. If I legit ate better and just didn't eat junk. Mm-hmm. Like my job is so physically demanding that I would probably just I do have like a natural cut. I just I have the dad bod belly thing going. So, but yeah, okay. I believe you. I believe you're gonna be strong.
I still believe. So okay, but what else? So what's our actual plan? Episode 50 comes. We're dressed up in whatever the people want us to dress up in, and we're together, right? Like our plan is to be in the same room together. Are we gonna film?
So we can't Mystery Science Theater because we don't have the rights to it.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Well, here's the thing. We could do a special episode. We can do a short episode for episode 50 in costume, and then do a special thing where we release just a commentary of ourselves doing it with none of the audio from the movie. So if people want, they could play it along with the movie.
Exactly. We would say starting now, and then you press play, and then you watch the movie with us.
So we can do that. We can also, for episode 50, for the actual episode, we could do a scene from The Lost Boys, just the two of us doing a scene. We could improvise.
Dude, we gotta if we go Michael and David, we have to recreate the food scene.
Absolutely.
Like, that's the scene.
Absolutely. Like that's exactly the scene I was thinking we would have to do if we do that. So oh god. So we're gonna recreate.
Wait. Can we play every character?
Oh yes. Steven, no.
You're Star or I'm Star. Well, like
Steven, that's future Anthony and Stevie Wildcard's problem. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna throw it up. We're gonna figure out who's playing what character, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna play every character. So commentary, doing a scene, playing the characters, and then I'd say improvising our own version of Lost. But like, do we improvise a sequel? Is that what we like, or do we do like a prequel? Why weren't there prequels? There could easily be prequels about the actual Lost Boys.
Well, we've discussed doing like a short comic on the grandfather, which would be epic.
Oh, it would be so epic.
That's gonna after Deathless or Mass or something like that in the future, and we have like some weight in the industry.
People need to hire us to work in the Lost Boys franchise. We can bring it back.
Joel, talk to us. You've heard of the Snyderverse, but have you heard of the LaFusey Todd Lost Boys verse? Because that verse gets deep. We're talking multi-movie, huge Thanos-esque villain at the end. I mean, we got this.
I would love to be hired to, like, I know, like, obviously I want to forever work on original stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to make Deathless and Absentees and, like, Come What May, like, all these, and, like, of course, Masks and, like, just everything that we have, like, I want to make it. And I know, like, we need room for original ideas. We want more original books and movies and everything out there. We're just saying, in a perfect world in which they're going to be remaking stuff anyway, when they're going to be rebooting stuff anyway, choose us. Like if you're watching this, listening to this right now, like, if you see in the future our version of the Lost Boys coming out, wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't you be like, oh my gosh, they've been wanting this forever? Like, wouldn't you be happy? I'd be so, like, it would make life so great. Like, there are a lot of properties I would love to work on. Like, I mean, Lost Boys is obviously, like, one of the top ones for sure. Like, I mean, I'd really like to do Gremlins. I've been thinking about that a lot lately, too. Like,
Gremlins would be cool.
You can do so much with Mogwai that they've never, I mean, just so much with it, you know? I mean, they keep focusing on the same family and the same, you know, Mogwai, you know, but it's just, there's so much you can do. You know what's another one? Like, my last really big one that, like, I would kill to work on? Tremors. Dude.
I remember Tremors.
If I could write a Tremors movie or like a Tremors comic, I can make it so good. Like, I'm just like, it's so easy to make good. Anyway, I'm sorry. So that's what we're doing for our episode 50?
I think so. I think the commentary would be great. I think that's a good
so too. I think it'll be a lot of fun. It'll mostly just be us like singing along the songs that we probably aren't allowed to sing along to. But as long as we don't monetize it, it's fine. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No one's coming after us, and if they do, maybe we'll get to meet their lawyers and they can hook us up. No, that would be amazing.
So yeah, Anthony and Steven said that they'll gladly accept the lawsuit, except Joel Schumacher has to be present. They also say that they need Michael and David, who I have no idea who those people are.
They did not use actors' names whatsoever. They insist that the actors come in character, or else it's no dice.
No dice.
Show up. Sorry about this lawsuit. I am Joel Schumacher. Do you think Schumacher? Names are weird.
Yeah, they are. Is it Schumacher or Schulmacher? Schulmacher.
He was previously in Joel Schumacher's life. We're a bunch of shoemakers. It's all we'll ever be, Joel. It's all we'll ever do is make shoes. I'll show you. Fast forward to Batman nipples. Like, I showed him.
It just shows Joel bump into G. Tom Mac. Hey, man, I've been working on this song. Oh my God, I'm writing a movie around this.
That is historically accurate. Like, if you look it up, if you look up the history of the Lost Boys, that's what you come to our podcast for, the facts. We are here for some hard-hitting trivia. So, Steven, I've been working on music lately, and I'm just like, you know what? I think I have to talk to our friend Tony V, because he is like this amazing.
He's so talented, man. He's like so vocally and like on keys and
right. Like, it's amazing. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm not a pianist. I'm not someone who like naturally knows like I know what some of the chords are, but I'm literally building things by ear or playing on guitar and then going to YouTube to know how to build that chord on a piano and then playing with it. So I'm just like, I know I need an E and an F and a C. So like I look online, figure it out, and then I learn piano. But it's like, I'm also trying to figure out how to like structure my voice to the keys and all this stuff. So I'm just like, I should ask Tony V how he, like, what his method is, or like what, like if he has any good tips for like, structuring or just like learning, I don't know, learning how to write with piano, because I'm just like, I kind of don't want it to be too basic. I know that like inherently I'm going to end up doing a lot of like solid chords with like a little bit of noodling on piano, but it's not like full. It's kind of like with painting. Like, I always feel like someone who doesn't paint could see the things I paint and be like, oh, he's an okay painter. But people who paint are like, he's basically just coloring with paint. Like I'm not really painting. I'm not using like techniques that most people would use. I'm drawing something and I'm filling it in with paint, like that's the different, so, and I think like with piano, I'm just kind of playing guitar with a piano. Like I'm trying to figure out my basics. Like, I would noodle this and I would strum this, so I don't know. Like, I'd like to talk to Tony V. His podcast is really cool. He's a really nice guy. He's always been so supportive. So I just love that guy so much. So I'm glad we brought up his podcast. So if you haven't followed him on Twitter or seen him on YouTube or on Reddit, we'll put his link.
He's on TikTok too, man. He's everywhere.
He is. Like, his GIFs are becoming legendary on Twitter.
Him swallowing that breadstick so fast is
it's sexy. It's awakening. I'm kidding. No, but it is amazing. It's really cool. I like that guy. There are a lot of cool people on Twitter, dude.
I see Ray's book back there too.
Oh yeah. So
and Chimera too, right? That has like Dewey stuff in it. It's so cool. I love that. I mean, like I said, I just kind of ride off your coattails. I just all the followers I have are basically just your followers, so I always feel weird retweeting and stuff.
Cool.
But the writing community, even though I'm not the writer of the comic, like just being a part of that, they're such an awesome, tight knit, like cool community. So
yeah, they really are. Like I don't know. I love, obviously, like, okay, To Be Your Girl isn't the kind of book I've ever read in my life. Like, it's not the kind of thing that I would naturally be drawn to. It's, you know, it's like an erotic romance, fun, you know, story. Which is, I'm sure, like, there's a huge audience for it, and it's a well-written book, and it's great. You know, and people should check it out. I read the first chapter, and I was just like, this is what I was hoping it would be, which is perfect. You know, like that's really all you can hope for with that kind of stuff. Like, I wish more people would focus on intention, you know, because like these books are so, like, these are obviously like diametrically different books. Like, they're so it's like this like weird, dark, fun creature horror book, and then like I guess romance and relationships are dark too.
For you especially.
Yeah, I mean, so basically, what we have here is a romance book, which is horror, in my opinion, and then a horror book,
which is romance,
which brings me joy. I'm just saying, like when I read about these monsters and these creatures, and they're all written by people, you know, I really like on Twitter. It brings me joy, and when I read the other book, it also brings me joy because Ray is fantastic and amazing.
She is awesome. Yeah, she's cool.
Also, another person who's really cool on Twitter, on YouTube, we'll post all of his links, is this guy. Can you see it? Let me see. I'll put it in the light so you can see it a little better. 22 minutes. This guy is he's such a cool guy. Like, I love what he's doing. I love his attitude and his tone, his intention. Tim, he has a podcast called 20 Minutes in which he talks for 20 minutes all the time about mental health, his mental health issues, other people's mental health issues. He kind of talks through ways that people treat one another, over mental health. He interviews people. He has guests on every once in a while and stuff. But it's just like his mentality throughout it all. Like, his actual character as a person is really cool. You know, he's someone who's like, he's very approachable. He's very like, he's very appreciative and like just kind of humble in like a cool way, but he's also a fun guy. Like, he's just like the kind of person who's like, you know, when you see people and you're like, yeah, I'd totally hang out with that person. You know, like that's how he is. It's just like, he has this awesome like Bostonian accent, and it's just like, I love it. I love it so much. So his podcast is really cool. He actually he sent me stickers. He sent me a couple stickers just because he was just like really,
just because he's an awesome guy.
He sent me so like, I'm gonna put all of Tim's links below. He's a really cool guy. He's just like a really important part of the podcasting community on Twitter, which is really cool. Twitter's been, I know if you're only listening to this, or if you're watching our podcast right now, it's funny that we talk about Twitter as much, but honestly, it's been instrumental in what we're doing. It is something that's like helped us grow and just like evolve this community and like become part of these various communities and kind of bring them together, like, and we all support one another, and it's really great. I don't know, I've been overwhelmed with the feeling of like gratitude lately. I don't even know how to handle it, honestly. Yeah. Like, because like someone brought us over the 5,000 mark, and like I messaged them and I was just like, thank you, like, thank you so much. And like, I just messaged them personally and just to thank them. And they were just like, you're doubling down on the gratitude, huh? And I'm just like,
you don't understand.
Yeah.
We grew up weird. Okay. Yeah. I mean, we all did. But I mean, when it came to like, I don't know, man, like you and I have very similar issues when it comes to taking compliments, giving, and like just being like happy and like things like, like that. Like, yeah, man, like, it's just like how we are. Like, we don't expect anything. We basically just expect like the one serving of porridge, you know what I'm saying? So when people are like, when I say, can I have some more? People are like, I oblige. And they like pour more porridge in my bowl. I'm like, dang, this is awesome. So yeah.
Yeah, the porridge has been running over lately though. Like, it's been
Well, not bacon. I was gonna say there's bacon in that porridge, but you don't eat bacon. There's like shrimp. It's like shrimp and grits, man. It's great. It's not just porridge.
It's delicious porridge. We want more of this porridge. It is. I think that's like the funniest part for me is it's like I already felt like it was already so successful. All we needed was the $1,000 to do the thing we wanted to do. But it's just knowing that the book and the album, oh my god, knowing that, dude, like, oh my gosh,
just the fact that we're gonna have printed albums. I'm so excited to like have a vinyl.
It's gonna be so cool, dude.
You know what I'm so excited for? It's such a stupid thing, but I've already like drawn the cover in the book. But I'm so excited to redesign the actual cover and then just slap that over the page in the book.
Yeah,
because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make it all connect because we're smart. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I just can't wait to give people their package. Like, yeah, this is us. This was the project you backed us on.
Yep.
And we're being. I think. Did you say 25? I think anyone over 25 gets.
Yeah, we're doing it. Anyone over,
which 25? Is pretty generous. I mean, because
we're not gonna make much money on those,
if any. Because I think it's gonna be.
It's packaging.
But yeah.
But still, that's fun, like, dude. Like, I'm happy to get the book and the album in people's hands who want it, and just
that's all
back from them, and like that's gonna be amazing. Basically, if you back our Kickstarter for $25 or more, you get a comic book, an album, like the graphic novel, an album, and then digital copies of the album and the comic and old comic books that we did, and my original solo, like. For $25, are you like it's amazing? Like I don't know. I think maybe it's too much, and maybe like next time we do a Kickstarter, we won't we'll be scared to do this. But I don't. I love it. I continuously want to just do the things that I would like to see the other people do. Like like the creators that I really like. I would love that. Like if I had the opportunity to get a book and an album, for $25, I would. Of course, I would do that. So yeah, I'm just excited. I'm just excited to get it done. I can't believe it. And I'm just, I feel like it's just taking. I feel like I'm scared that these episodes aren't even going to be watchable because they're just breaking. It's breaking my brain. Like the Kickstarter is just like glow sticked my gratitude, and I'm just like glowing with I don't know what else to say except for
I'm waiting for the visual sequence where I just wake up in the straitjacket and someone's like, "What you doing over there, buddy?" Imagining an entire life where you have a podcast with your best friend that died 5 years ago. Yeah, I'm sure you are. I'm just like, this is too much. This is too great.
It is, Stephen. Wake up, Stephen. Wake up.
Actually, low key feel kind of weird. Like I might wake up.
Wake up, Stephen.
Stop it. Don't do this to me, man.
Don't do this to me, man. What are you going to do next week, Stephen?
I'm going back to the 2-page aim. I should try to push 3. The pages that I'm about to do though are the ones where you gave me 6 or 7 panels per page. So
you're welcome. I know. I think I tried to keep it kind of low throughout the book. So there aren't too many of those, but
it's basically gonna be one of those things where they're gonna be more difficult to frame, but then easy to draw because they're just gonna be very simple panels. So
right, for sure.
The framing is gonna be the hard part, but then after that it'll be fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2 or 3 more pages.
Yeah. I mean, I thumbnailed everything as I was writing it, just in case you ever needed to know what I was thinking. But I'd never even show you those thumbnails because it's just I totally just trust you. It doesn't matter, So it's been such a fun process, right?
Yeah, because I'll follow almost to the T what you ask, but then sometimes I'll be like, another profile shot won't work here. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. And I love
it's whatever makes it look the most visually appealing. That's what all it's about. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you see something and you add it, I'm always happy. It's never you're just randomly gonna add Grimace in the corner.
I'm gonna fucking do it.
Wow.
Oh, I just said the F word. I just said the F word. That low-key has to be the end of the episode, I think.
So apparently, I guess Steven's gonna draw Grimace in our comic. It's not for allegedly. Because what it really is it's a humanoid ostrich that was stretched after eating too many potatoes. I don't know. Why would it look like that? Why do they look like that?
And it's choking, so it's purple.
So it's a choking humanoid anthropomorphic ostrich, and that's why it's purple. It's not Grimace. It might be grimacing, or effect. And it will be in the comic somewhere, probably in the party scene where you're drawing all the people.
What are you gonna do next week, Antoine?
So next week, I'm going to finish lettering the first page, and I'm going to do my best to finish at least the lyrics of the song. I probably won't have as solid of the music because I think this one's way more complicated than the first song. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do my best, but I'm definitely going to finish all of the lyrics because that needs to happen like as soon as possible.
I mean, really all you need is tempo and your main notes, you know? So like we can evolve, we can elevate the music later based on the vocals even. Like once we have the vocals down, then I can kind of figure out how much guitar or how much other things I want to add to it anyway.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's gonna be such a fun process. I can't wait. I mean, just hearing Zoe sing that one part, I was just like, oh my god, this is real. I can't she's amazing. I love this. You know, and like that's like this is all so real now, Steven. So it's weird.
We're basically if everything works out and like the music actually becomes as popular or whatever, we're basically filming the Spinal Tap documentary right now as we speak. Essentially, like it's just.
That's always been the best thing about this is it's like, you know, it can't not be the history of whatever it is, you know? So it's like wherever this goes or ends up, like the people will always have this to look back on, and we'll always have this, and our kids will, you know, have this, and we really have to save these for when the great YouTube war of 2034 happens or whatever. But
I just can't wait to see the edits where it's like where I say like one of the jokes from one of the previous episodes, like I'm like, we need your grandparents. And it's like starts turning black and white. It's like, but it wouldn't always be about the grandparents. Like, it would like cut to like my drug abuse.
You used to be about the music, Steven. You used to be about the music.
But anyway, so yeah, you'll probably finish the good old skeleton and bone structure of song 2.
Yeah, so I'm gonna finish the skeleton of song 2. I'll try to record like a basic version of it and send it to you like the first one. So hopefully next week I'll be able to put that at the end of the episode like I did, you know.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's what we'll do, and we'll meet back here. So I can't believe we're in episode 32. This is amazing. If you're watching this right now, like, subscribe, do all the good stuff, but please go to our Kickstarter. There are 2 days left, only 2 days. The link is below. The link is on our Twitter. It's everywhere you can find it. Go to Kickstarter and search for Play It Again, and you'll find our book. We could really.
It just means more stuff. It just means we produce more books, we produce more vinyls, we produce whatever happens, whatever the number increases that we need to. It's just more money to be able to further fund this. It's just going to be awesome. So I mean, like anything you add to this now is just. This is even more.
And mostly, we just want you to read the book, and we want you to like. We are working hard on this musical and on this book, and it's like it's going to be great. And you know, it's going to take us a little bit, like, but we're going to finish it. We're going to finish it like relatively soon. You know, for 2 single dads, or well, 1 single dad and a very happy dad.
I'm all happy over here.
I'm all happy over here with my relationship. But for me, who's reading, you know, 2 horror novels over here, and. No, but I'm kidding. But anyway, we're so excited to finish this. So please, if you are interested at all in what we're doing, just go. You know, you can get a digital copy for like $5 or something. Like it's very inexpensive for the digital copies. We would love to just get the book in your hand though. So you know that'd be amazing. And all of our links are below. You know where to find it. But thank you for listening. We appreciate you showing up every single week and joining us through this ridiculous and like very silly journey. We hope you make it to episode 50 with us because we are going to dress in costume and do movie commentary and reenact scenes, and we're going to be ridiculous, and it's going to be worth the entire journey. But thank you so much for listening. I'm Anthony.
I'm Stevie Wildcard.
And this is We Have Issues. We'll see you next week. Thank you.
Bye. It's going to be a good episode.
Wake up, Steven.
I hate you so much. You're still I see the record. You tried to dupe me.
Take it back, Steven. Steven said he hated me. Guys, he cursed on this episode and said he hated me. Think about this for a second. He was like, oh, you're so miserable. I was like, I'm not trying to be. And he's like, I also hate you and also F-bomb, F-bomb, F-bomb.
Like, demonetize this. Get this off the YouTube. algorithm for swearing.
I'm trying to get the people to love us, so then they buy the. First, we need to make the comics. Then we get the colony. Then we get the ostriches. Then we get the cult members. Then we're happy.
Then the happiness is just abundant.
I mean, like, if you don't want me to be happy, Steven, I don't know what to tell you except for wake up, Steven. I love you, dude.
Love you too, dude. Have a good night.
All right, you too. I'll see
everybody. So what I did today, like, I finally got my other graphic novel of Amory Wars in the mail. So, I hung on my comics, which I sent a picture to Anthony, so he'll show you the picture I sent. I'm gonna take another picture real quick. But this is one of my corners of the man cave that you guys don't really get to see. But yeah, it's pretty dope. My kids are screaming in the background. I apologize for that.
Oh, he lost his second tooth.
Cambria lost that same tooth within the last day or so. Or
yeah, but did she eat her?
No, Mr. Swallow My Teeth. So he's just, like I said, he's just prepping for his dentures. Like, he's just saving them all for when he's older.